Oh, yes.
You have to be closer. Closer to the mic.
Close. Right here. Alright, I'll be touching it.
Go for it.
Alright. And feel free to snap instead of clap if you want to. You know, we welcome that. Who do we start as and where do we end?
Where do we begin to fit in and pretend?
Flowers of evil that grow in this world.
A poisonous sickness that poisons the world.
Is it right? Is it wrong? How do we know? Do you sit by and just judge?
Or do you go with the flow? Like rivers downstream, the water unclean, clear eyes to filled minds, empty your dreams.
To the oceans of the all-embracing self, that final state of mind where there's no need to rebel.
Or dwell in wishing wells. Can I see that? Sorry, I totally forgot. Or dwell in wishing wells, feel fear for farewells, the pain swells, my heart yells.
The cry of a dying and drying river run dry. Seceded from the currents that glide with the tide. Hear now this one dying cry from the Omega,
The Alpha,
Y.
Thank you, we just wrote that today. I'm gonna do one poem and history. Alright, so this one is called 21st Century. Some of you guys already heard it.
If I had a coin.
So here it goes.
If I had a nickel. But it's better.
Welcome to the 21st century, where Y2K is out because 2012 is here. Where the only thing to fear is fear itself. It's forgotten because terrorists are always near. Where the news speaks of death and destruction, of plague and corruption, and half the TV you watch is just low price to increase consumption. Where most of the mainstream music is all about drinking, partying, getting laid, smoke some, get some, party every day. YOLO, right? Getting higher than a kite, it's alright, no time to fight. Y'all know Bob Marley? Stand up for your right.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
Nah, that'll just make shit complicated. Just chill, pop a pill, plain time to kill. Life's just a thrill. Just conform to the norm, go to college, get a dorm. Work a job that you hate, wake up early, come home late. Barely getting by, trying to make ends meet. Come on, join the club, I'll even save you a seat. And if all else fails, there's always the military. Army, Marines, or even the US Navy. Send your ass to war, get into college for free. All the money's gotta go somewhere, wouldn't you agree? With 8.3 trillion in military spending and only 2.3 billion in education, it's no wonder we have more soldiers than teachers in this great nation. Keep the population dumbed down, believing in the monetary system, because that shit makes the world go round. This is all the green I need. No forests, no trees, no plants. Oh wait, maybe some weed. Brainwashes and mindless programming. Have you ever just stopped and asked, what am I really watching or listening to? How does this make my life better? With so many other things I could do. We must open our eyes and realize this lifestyle obsession that has caged our previous generation took its start a new initiation into this one world nation. We are not the future. We are the present. Here we are and here we stand. No regrets, nothing to resent, because soon we'll be free from your command. Thank you.
That was 21st century.
Go!
Alright. This one is actually called Television of the Damned. And I'll be reading. Do the body's motions change on camera? Does that voice shift and quiver as it proclaims, I am? Does your love of life fear an audience and would it rather hide away? Well, damn these TV lies, Rome's new circus in the shallow tides. Why reflect the depths of life when violence and sex sells best to the mind? And damn these TV eyes that squint so hard to criticize, with lungs that sigh, with what is cool and what is right. And damn these TV minds that scoff and mock, you're hypnotized. Practicing postures with store-bought lives. I'd almost rather hide away than try and free a room of slaves, hear them laughing in their graves. But something in me will not allow my voice to sink amongst the crowds. So to you, my friends, I sing a song. The death is here, please come along. And sing with me this simple line, if not in voice, at least in mind. He who fears death shall not enjoy life. He who fears death shall not enjoy life. He who fears death shall not enjoy life. He who fears death shall not enjoy life.
That was good.
Houston, I'm gonna do, what should I do? I think I'm gonna do ECV. This is called Eastern Coachella Valley. I wrote it for a video that I did about, or Feedman did. I was just part of it. It's pretty much about the corruption going on in like Mecca, Thermal, like the unincorporated communities. So let's go on about that. I live in beautiful sunny California, between the San Jacinto Mountains and the Chocolate Mountains, a little hole in the ground known as the Coachella Valley. This little hole in the ground home to nearly 300,000 people, with 45% of us being Latino. And even though it's a small hole, there's a huge difference between the east side and the west side. The best of the west, from the Palm Springs Film Festival to the Coachella Fest. Indian Wells Spawn Resort. This is the image of life in the desert. But where I'm from, the east side, there lies an ugly truth magazines try to hide. Endless fields and unpaved roads, back-breaking labor, and we're all still broke. Bending over for money instead of reaching for our dreams. This desert is a spiritual wasteland as it seems. Everything's polluted, from our air to our water. We're all legal over here anyway, so the EPA won't even bother. Uncivilized statistic, undocumented alien, uneducated student, it's no wonder you're failing. Environmental racism feeds the people's pessimism. It's a clear case of classism. With no action or activism, there's much room for criticism. Factories blowing out smoke. Now my neighbor has asthma. I can hear him when he chokes. He can't even laugh anymore. Life is no joke. And people dare tell me that my life is boring. This is the Coachella Valley, an East Side story.
Alright, my friends, this will be my last poem. This one is short and simple, but it's called Poets of Nil. And it's based off of some friends I know. I may have been a poet of nil at one point in my life. I may still be, I'm not sure. The night sky is abyss. Martyred poets die on street corners, screaming, "Look to the sky, it is unfathomable night. You, teething tigers, it is you who are abyss. The stars may shine, but they are dwarfed by immeasurable silence. Even stars die, drowned in liquor and perfect cadence. They died for nothing and are glad." Exploding into the vacuum of indifference from passerby, they reach out for nothingness, passionately, wantingly, refusing to be swallowed by their own mass. To become dense and silent, spots in eternity, to become mere passerby. They resurrect in alleyways, pubs, hospitals, jail cells, bruised and aching with the pains of a ripe fruit which is too high on the tree of life to be picked. They live for truths of color and meter, of infinite intoxications, and transcendence of form. They are the flowers consuming broken bridges and shadows willingly tread upon by the hurried feet that believe that they have somewhere to go.
I think this will be my last one as well.
Even shadows have shadows.
Thank you. I'm about to do that one.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna move this a little bit. Oh, word. Sorry.
Palabra.
All right, so this is called Shadows Have Shadows. I didn't write it. I just perform it. It's actually by a song by a rapper named Idea. You guys know about him?
Yeah.
So it's called Shadows Have Shadows. I stand alone, burned every bridge over troubled waters, no longer hiding from my personality disorders. A stronger tide's coming, but I've been running, trying to function fine, without my mind climbing out this fucking corner. I was born away a thorn, away from rotten petals, a forgotten rebel passed with the absence of parental hands to develop an evident level of benevolence, so it's better that I sold my soul to the devil. This is a message to anyone out there that thinks they know me. Don't pretend to understand any of the issues that I'm holding. I was in a rush to grow up. Look, mom, no cuts, just a stomach of disgust and fear that I might go nuts this year if I don't slow up. I'll see you on my way. Someday this shit'll kill me, but I'm guessing that's okay. I've lost all faith in a world so full of hate, and I don't fucking love music. I just use it to escape. Caught in between wanting to punch somebody in the face or put a bullet in my head to leave the human race. Everything takes a toll, but there's no toll I can take. I haven't yet found a good reason to be awake, so... Introducing the corroded bones, I hide behind my smile. I'm angry at the universe for the way she treats me now and keeps me down. Stealing all my energy, I'm feeling like my enemy, concealing my identity, not dealing with these tendencies that peel the skin and then I squeeze the real imprint has sentences. Not real in the century, I'm ill until the entity who built this penitentiary is as filthy as a centipede and guiltless in a sense because he was willing just to let me bleed while I wore my game face. In 10 years, don't check for me, I'll be in the same place. This whole planet's just an overpopulated mental hospital. Each zombie walking around constitutes another obstacle. So here I am, finally coming out of my shell. All 19 years of life is spent in conflict with myself. I'm insecure about every facet of my existence, from my addictions to the conditions I choose to live in. Who you kidding? I suffer from excess anxiety, a product of pollution in American society. Stare into my eyes and see the hell that burns inside my mind. And I no longer have an ego I can hide behind. But I've been fine disregarding my insanity. Every form of art only isolates you from humanity. But it's provoked against being force-fed. So fuck education for a decade and 3 years and headaches from my peers, because now I realize I could learn more on my own. They taught me how to know everything except my soul, which is everything I need to grow, everything that keeps me whole, everything that ever meant anything to ideas. So I leave with golden hopes to rip the leash that holds my focus, but the fact remains the same. You're still bound by chains. It doesn't matter if you change 10 feet or 100 feet, the fact remains the same. You're still bound by chains. Some people say I've changed and it's harder to relate to me. Good, I never liked you. Our friendship was make-believe. Peeling the mask back and revealing the raps that I'm feeling my organs, drilling short, distorted portions of morbid masochistic torture, unfortunately crafted interest to orbit my portrait and click my image with disorder. The minutes grow shorter and the walls start to cave in. I feel like my brain's really holding on by one clothespin. I've been in the darkness for too long. On the inside I make it look alright, but on the outside it's all wrong. I want life to change, but I don't know if it can for a man or machine or whatever the fuck I am. I stand alone. Burn every bridge over troubled waters. No longer hiding from my personality disorders. You want to dine in my life, then welcome and stay in madness' favorite little corner. Cause even shadows have shadows, and my secrets are eating me, eagerly feeding. I scream my dreams away, but they keep on defeating me. Cause even shadows have shadows. So welcome to the filthy subconscious mind of an actor who murders his own childhood just to stop the audience's laughter. Cause even shadows have shadows. So how am I supposed to break away from my fears when I don't like what I see and I don't understand what I hear? Cause even shadows have shadows. So don't judge my book by its cover, cause my story is just as fucked up as any other.